What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. During the last part, we saw Raditz go against Goku's warnings. He took a trip to Namek, with Piccolo actually. Although, it seemed like there was issues brewing on Earth. Thanks to Vegeta trying to get the Dragon Balls for himself, Namek now needs to defend against him and Frieza's army. And just around the same time, Frieza begins heading to Earth. Also due to Vegeta. So what's going to happen now with Frieza heading there? Well, we'll be covering that and more in this part. For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,000 likes. Once we hit that, I'll continue with another part of the series. Anyways, let's pick it from here. Raditz looks to Kakarot. He tells him not to do anything. Goku asks why. He wants to fight, but Piccolo agrees. It's too dangerous right now. They all need to work together. They can't just go in alone. That's what he was referring to. Piccolo now has more knowledge too. In regards to Frieza at least. He had no idea of who he was before, but on their journey to Namek, Raditz was telling Piccolo a little bit about it. If what Raditz said is true, no one's going to be a match for Frieza. Besides maybe Raditz and Piccolo because they just got their potentials unlocked. Although, that remains to be seen. Raditz tells Goku he's lucky that he's trying to kill Frieza, otherwise he wouldn't really be helping this planet. They just got stronger due to Guru, and Raditz basically has what he wanted. He'll kill Frieza, and then he'll go off to kill Vegeta too. Goku doesn't really like this. Well, obviously it's bad that Earth is being attacked, but also, he has no choice but to team up with Raditz. I mean, it kinda worked well in the Saiyan saga, but here, he's not too sure. And after this, Raditz says he is gonna go a separate way, leaving Earth pretty much for good. Well, you know what? It's not too bad. He'll help defend Earth, and then he'll just be gone. Although, Goku's not sure if they'll be successful, and he doesn't know if Raditz is gonna keep up his end of the promise. Whatever. He has no other real options, so he decides to go along with it. But he asks, why are the Namekians here? Well, they joined on a whim to help. They think Frieza knows of their planet because Vegeta does too. And they think they're going to be attacked again eventually. They might as well band together now instead of fighting without these strong Earthlings later on. And yeah, that's pretty good. It's a smart idea to stick together right now. Of course, the Namekians don't know for sure if they're being targeted, but better safe than sorry. The Frieza force begins ascending on Earth. The human fighters spread out. A lot of the weak soldiers are heading into cities and they'll be sure to defend those places. But the elite soldiers and Frieza himself, they're heading towards the highest powers they can sense, and that's where this makeshift army is. The Namekians, Goku, Raditz, and Piccolo, as well as Gohan too. He's going to stick alongside Goku instead of going to one of the cities. And as his forces head in trying to destroy this makeshift army, it's really unsuccessful. As for the individual cities that they're trying to attack, the humans are able to defend them alone. They've gotten a lot stronger in the meantime, and it's not like the Frieza soldiers are particularly strong in comparison to them right now. But most of the strong soldiers are heading towards that makeshift army that I mentioned, and they're not faring too well against it. Even Zarbon and Dodoria can't do anything, and at some point the Ginyu Force would probably join in. And even with their gimmicks, it's a very tough battle, especially with Raditz and Piccolo there. Frieza's watching on. His entire army's being destroyed. Okay, yeah, Earth was definitely a threat. He's glad that he came here. Otherwise, he might have been attacked eventually without even realizing it. But it's fine, he'll see this through to the end. If he wants something done right, he has to do it himself. So, Frieza steps off his ship, heading towards that collection of high powers. Raditz can tell that Frieza's heading in. Now it's the real deal. And when Frieza lands nearby, he's a little bit confused. A couple of Namekians, and he sees what looks to be some Saiyans. There's a child there. He sees Raditz, who he actually recognizes, and then another Saiyan. Wait a second, he kind of recognizes this other one too. It looks like that one that rebelled against him so long ago. Great, more monkeys. So Raditz didn't actually die. He asks, what happened with Vegeta then? Assuming that he died as well. And Raditz says he has no idea where Vegeta went. Nappa, well, he was killed by Raditz's hand. And as for Vegeta, they defeated him, but he escaped. So the Saiyans aren't actually dead, and there's also these two others that he didn't know about. They must be weaklings too if they went under his radar for so long. But he can't help but get that picture of that other Saiyan out of his head, the one who tried to rebel against him. Frieza mentions this, and Goku has no idea of what he's talking about, but Raditz thinks he has an idea. He must be referring to their father. Well, his father was weak. He'll finish the job that Bardock wasn't able to finish. Raditz is much stronger than what Bardock was like. Even Kakarot might be stronger too. And Frieza chuckles. That Saiyan, he didn't really stand a chance against him anyways. Frieza's not intimidated by this threat, but decides to test out their power. First, he's gonna face Goku alone. And Goku thinks that he can actually handle this. Judging by Frieza's power, they might be a good match for each other. Remember, Goku's been doing a lot of gravity training recently, and he's had a long time for training too. With Kaioken, he's also a lot stronger. He and Frieza stare each other down, and the battle begins. The two start fighting, and Goku's actually a bit ahead. Even though he hasn't even used Kaioken yet, in base alone he's able to match Frieza. And it's not like Frieza knows he has any higher powers. And Goku's a little bit confused. This is who they were hyping up? Yeah, Frieza is decently powerful, but Goku looks back to the group. He could take on Frieza alone if this is the extent of his power. And Frieza's angry. They're mocking him? Well, this isn't the extent of his power. This is one of his suppressions. And he tells Goku, fine, if he wants to see more power, then so be it. He transforms, going into his second form. And Goku is still actually able to fight him, now using Kaioken. And Kaioken's actually kind of overkill here. Frieza's even more confused. He's not a challenge for them. At least not this Saiyan. Of course, he still has 2 more forms to go through, but still. He didn't expect anyone here to be this strong. No wonder the other Saiyans had issues with them. And Goku flat out tells Frieza, if he's hiding any more power, he might as well get serious. Raditz asks what the hell he's doing. He has the chance to kill Frieza. He should do it now. Frieza's unpredictable, and they need to get ahead of him while he can. But it's already too late. Goku coaxed him into transforming, and Frieza goes into his 3rd form now. He comments that he has 1 more form above this, but this should be more than enough. Piccolo watches on a bit frustrated too. He tells Goku if he's not going to finish the job, he'll just do it himself. Oh, a Namekian's going to fight him. Raditz steps in too. The 2 of them combined should be more than enough. With their potentials unlocked, they should be able to contend with Frieza. A 2 versus 1 now. He does want to fight that other Saiyan, but if these 2 want to die first, then so be it. And it's a similar story. Even his 3rd form isn't enough. Okay, now Frieza's really pissed. Not only did he not expect him to be this strong, but also, besides the fact that he's surprised by their powers, there's also the fact that he can't actually defeat them right now as is. He's gonna have to use his final form. It's a big blow to his pride, and makes him angry. But still, he feels content. His final form definitely will be more than enough. So, he shows it off. And now, the tide's completely turned. Frieza shows off his final form. And now everyone's having trouble. Thankfully with Kaioken times 20, Goku is able to kinda keep up. But this just makes Raditz frustrated now. Even with his potential being unlocked, he's not enough to defeat Frieza. He could have killed Frieza beforehand, but he transformed, and now he doesn't have the opportunity. But with all of them fighting together, it still might not be enough. Their combined strength isn't even equal to Frieza's 50%. Even with Goku and Kaioken times 20, Raditz curses it all. They could have killed Frieza before. His stupid brother didn't take the opportunity. But Goku tells Raditz to calm down. They still dealt some significant damage to Frieza. Plus, his pride is shattered, at least partially. But Raditz says it doesn't matter. It's just like with Vegeta. They could have killed him on the spot, but Kakarot didn't take the opportunity. He's too soft. And Frieza notices Raditz's anger. Where's that cockiness that he felt before? He stops focusing on the rest of the army and focuses on Raditz alone. Frieza's able to fend off everyone else, just focusing on Raditz now. His attacks, they're too powerful. Raditz can't do anything against them. They're painful. And Frieza's trying to get a point across. He's enjoying this, watching Raditz fall. But he could tell, Raditz might be an issue. And he wants to make an example out of the Saiyan. He's gonna take great pride in this. Finally killing one of the Saiyans that he wanted to get rid of, and also completely destroying his ego. With a single death beam, Frieza's able to defeat Raditz. It pierces right through his scar, the one left by Piccolo. It reopens the wound and also deals damage from the death beam itself. Raditz is caught completely off guard. He coughs up blood, falling to the ground. The rest of the group looks on, not knowing how to react. Well, at least this is the case for Goku and Gohan. Meanwhile, Piccolo's been busy. With the other Namekians, they decided to do something that might work against Frieza. They told Piccolo about this. He sought out more power as a Namekian, and this is the best way to get it. Namekian fusion. He'll still keep control. He's the stronger Namekian after all, so they're gonna fuse into him. But with their combined might, they might be able to fight Frieza. And just as soon as Raditz falls, another power emerges. Piccolo, much stronger than before, having fused with all those Namekians with him. Not just Nail, there are other warriors as well. Combine that with the power of his potential unleashed, and Piccolo's incredibly strong now. He tells Goku, it's now or never. Use Kaioken, no matter how much it destroys his body. He, Goku, and Gohan will defeat Frieza. Their combined might should be enough. And he looks over at Raditz. The group doesn't know how to react to this. They didn't really like Raditz. But he's sitting there, bleeding out once again. It's the same situation as when he first arrived on Earth. Goku looks away from Frieza, looking at Raditz. He grits his teeth, angered, and he makes a split-second decision. Gohan and Piccolo might not even agree with it, but they actually understand where he's coming from. Goku reaches into his pocket, pulling out a Senzu bean. He has a few of these, and as much as he doesn't really want to do this, he knows he must. Raditz is on the ground in agony. He looks up at Goku, who throws something at him. He's barely able to move his hand in time, catching what looks to be a bean. Goku tells him not to ask questions and just eat it. He powers up into Kaioken, jumping into battle with the rest of the group. Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo all fight Frieza at once. And Raditz does what Goku says. He eats the Senzu bean, and he feels completely reinvigorated. What is this? They had this? He remembers they mentioned something like it before. But he didn't know it was this potent. His wound, it's healed. His energy, it's restored. He stands up amazed. He gets a boost in power from this too. He got so close to death that he actually grew stronger. Goku thinks to himself as he fights Frieza. He hopes he could trust Raditz. It's risky, but Raditz is powerful, and he can't just let Raditz die like that. It wouldn't be right. It would be cruel to just leave him there. But Raditz can still tell. Even with this boost in power, he feels it's not going to be enough. Let's cover some power levels right now because everyone loves those. Piccolo, after fusing and his potential unlock, is at 15 million. Raditz is actually pretty strong after healing. He's at 4 million after his potential unlock and the Zenkai that he just got from being killed almost. Goku's at around 2 million. With Kaioken times 20, that puts him at 40 million. And Gohan's around 400k. But when he gets angry, it of course increases even more. Frieza's only at 50% right now, and is able to fend the rest of them off. But Goku takes a Senzu Bean as well, getting a little bit stronger and also being reinvigorated. His power shoots up as well. And Frieza realizes he might have to use 100% of his power, now not holding anything back. And he tells Goku, this is what he wanted, isn't it? And now the group sees they really can't do anything against Frieza. Maybe against 50% they'd be able to contend with him, but now there's nothing they could do. And Raditz looks on. He doesn't even join the fight. He feels immense anger, frustration. They got so close, but still so far. And most importantly, himself. He feels useless. It's a feeling that he's always felt, something that he's felt when he was with Vegeta and Nappa, something he felt when he first came to Earth, and something he feels now facing Frieza. This is it. This is his deathbed. Everything he's done is for nothing. And to think, he almost died there. If it wasn't for Goku, he would have died. He needed to rely on someone else to survive. He couldn't do it himself. It just makes him mad. Infuriated. He's feeling hatred towards Frieza, hatred towards himself, frustration. And he stands there, coalescing power. He's a failure, and his ki flares up. It actually distracts everyone fighting. Why is Raditz powering up? How is he powering up? He's surrounded by a strange aura. It doesn't look like a normal aura, it's golden, it's fiery. And Raditz screams. He ascends into the air, levitating above the ground as a crater forms below him. His ki soars even more, his aura grows stronger, and there's a brilliant flash of golden light. The group looks on speechless, but especially Frieza is speechless. What is he looking at? It can't be what he thinks it is it? And no one else knows. But Frieza, he knows very well what this is, and so does Raditz. His frustration, his anger, his hatred towards himself and Frieza. Everything came together, and something within him snapped. His hair is golden, his eyes are glowing bluish-green, and his ki is higher than it ever was before. Out of instinct and anger, Frieza rushes towards him with a full power attack. Surely this is going to kill Raditz, and the rest of the group's concerned too. Frieza attacks with a punch, but Raditz is able to react quick enough, grabbing Frieza's fist. And he's just as shocked. His confused blank face turned into a smile, a nefarious grin, and he looks right into Frieza's eyes. He can't believe it. He's a Super Saiyan, and this is where we'll end off for now. So, what did you guys think about this part? Or what do you think's gonna happen next time? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try to hit that like goal from the beginning of the video so we can get another part of this series. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon so you're notified about any future uploads on my channel, including more parts of the series or any other videos like it. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.